always a case where around here we are always able to use words in any order.
The Ali and McCara show, restructuring the English language.
Ah, yes, that's what we do. That is what we do around here, though.
We restructure the English language.
Yes. Well, that's what we do. Or we can even call it, we can even come up with a name for it.
Okay.
The Ali and McCara show words.
Well, I guess they're not really our words. We're just
No, language.
language. There you go.
Terminology, language. It's all about, see, the terminology of how these things progress.
Mm-hmm. And for those who are listening on YouTube, if you missed it, because I don't think we were live on here yet.
No, we weren't at that time, no.
In starting the audio stream, and it did not lag or give us a not responding prompt, I said, "No stuck this time." That is why we are here. That is why we are on to this is our language now.
Yes, and but see, that's sort of like it's progression.
It is.
Because anytime we progress in new words, new language, it means that we use it in our, here's how this works, okay?
Uh-huh.
We use them in our ways.
That we do.
While it might not be grammatically correct off air, it works just as well or better on air.
Well, because we know what we mean.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's exactly the point.
Say.
No, it's true.
What was the one I really liked the other week that you said? We were talking about, I think we were talking about hockey, and we were talking about, I think it would have been, our fingers aren't crossed, but it was our thumbs.
Oh, yes, yes.
Talking about crossing our thumbs.
Yes.
So that's in there too.
Yes. Now we'll have to remind us of that sometime.
We will, just as we did right now.
Oh yeah. Oh no, we mean beyond that.
Yes. No, of course. Yes, I know.
I know. We know.
We know.
Oh, there we go.
I know we know you know.
Yes!
See, this is the extra content you get if you tune in live.
Yes. So, that's why we always say, tune in live. Because it's called appointment listening.
Yes, exactly. You will not get this if you listen to the final podcast.
No, you're not going to get... No, this will all be trimmed out. Here we go. Are we excited to begin?
We absolutely are excited.
Here we go.
All right. We're ready to go, so we will start recording in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beginning the Zoom recording.
Recording in progress.
Oh, that wasn't as odd.
No, fairly normal, I suppose.
You know what we call that? Do we know what we call that?
What's that?
Straightforward counting.
Straightforward counting, yes. Well, we were mixing things up with the words. We had to keep the numbers kind of straightforward.
Oh, well, straightforward words, straightforward numbers. There we go. Here we go. We will now play the intro.
Yes.
And yes, podcast listeners won't even know what we're talking about.
No, not at all.
No.
They probably won't even hear this.
No, they actually won't.
This will be trimmed too.
Yes.
Listen live, everybody.
Yep. Listen live. Otherwise, if you don't listen live, we might have to trim down the podcast. just as an incentive to tune in live. Just saying, you know.
Right?
Live from the Musa Slobodian Network studio, welcome to the Ali and Makara Show, part of the Musa Slobodian Network. The show where the hosts discuss technology, their favorite songs, the books they've been reading throughout the week, along with some friendly banter along the way. Here are your hosts, Ali Musa and Makara Slobodian.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is Sunday, March 22nd, 2026. Thank you so much for tuning in, whether you're live or listening later. We are here again. We're having some fun with words. It's just another Sunday.
It is, isn't it? It's another Sunday. It's a Sunday. We're back. Doesn't get any better than that.
Exactly. Pretty much, this is par for the course for us.
Oh yeah, yeah, hands down. And there's a lot more content coming too. So, stay tuned. Make sure this is appointment. Make sure that you mark it on your calendars to tune in.
Yes, as you will have seen this week, there are some more updates coming out. So, you'll want to be subscribed to the newsletter for those.
Oh yes, best way to stay up to date.
It's got to be a new record for how early in the show we've promoted that.
Oh, but this is just no. We're just getting everybody warmed up. See, we're just getting you warmed up here.
One of these days, it's just going to be good afternoon, everybody. Subscribe to the newsletter.
Oh, I don't know about. Oh, we don't know about that.
No,
Oh, you
no.
never know. Oh well, actually, you never know.
No, if we're talking about trimming things so that people will listen live, anything can happen.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes. Oh. Oh yeah.
Absolutely anything can happen here.
Oh yes, yeah. Making them 5-minute recorded podcasts. 5-minute
5-minute
podcast.
record. Could you imagine?
Oh, we could do it.
We probably could.
Oh yeah, we could do it. And then we'd put a little promo on there. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. To check out the full shows, make sure you tune in live every Sunday.
Well, I guess that's what some people use, like YouTube Shorts for, or other platforms and things, so it wouldn't be that off base.
Yes, but yes. Yeah, no, I agree.
See the double tap clips all over Facebook?
Oh, no, I don't pay much attention to that
Things
stuff.
like that. Oh, short form social media, isn't it wonderful?
Oh yes, not a big fan of it, but you know, it is what
I
it
can
is.
understand that. But it's where a lot of things are heading, whatever way you feel about that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's. Look, as a broadcaster, I don't know how. See, I don't know. I don't like it.
No, of course not.
Because, like, one side of it is. Then do we have to get into some tech rants? I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to get into some tech rants in a bit.
Oh, has it been a bit of a week?
No rants per se. It's all been a good week tech-wise, but we do have to discuss
Okay.
But but yes, no, but see, social media is kind of targeted at one thing. Social media is targeted at the algorithms, and including an attention span. But social media is only one small way of capturing somebody's attention.
That is true.
Because it's very easy to miss things on social media.
As soon as you refresh something, it's gone, even if you haven't really looked at it. And
Yep.
then,
And then it keeps moving around everywhere.
yeah.
So, my way always is to, that isn't that, not to, my way always is that I'm always a fan of long form conversation. And see, and that's the thing about podcasting. It gives you the time to do that.
Well, and do you know what's funny about the attention span thing too with social media is that it goes both ways. There is very much a lot of short form content, and then there is a ton of podcasts or video essays that are multiple hours long. So you kind of have both sides of the coin.
You do, but then again, also it's easily missed too.
I think it depends on truly does depend on the algorithm, and it depends if it starts to kind of recognize that that's what you're looking for, it does recommend you more of it.
It does, but see, the thing is I don't want social media telling me what to listen, what to check out.
No, and it
And
is all
that's
part of
no, but
Oh,
that's
sorry.
how. Yeah, I know, but that's how it is.
Yeah, and
And
it all
that's sort of
ties
the-
back into artificial intelligence.
Well, yeah. See, that's the whole thing, right? Now, but see, here's a hard truth,
hmm
and we said it a few minutes ago. Do we want to repeat what we said a few minutes ago about this?
Please.
No, we're going to repeat it.
Oh, we're gonna repeat
Go for it. Go for it.
that it changes constantly with the refreshing.
No. Earlier than that.
Earlier than that.
Would we like us to start the sentence?
Why not?
Would we like us to start the sentence?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Well, quote unquote, whether we like it or not, quote.
Oh, we're quoting us now. Oh my goodness. That's the direction things are heading in.
No, it's not. Or is it? I don't know.
It's my goodness, the memory is not serving me well right now.
Oh, we can see that. Oh, we know that. We know that.
Well then.
Oh, we know that. I mean, no.
We know that.
Oh, hands down.
Alright, I see what this is gonna be today.
No.
We're having a real nice time playing with words, and now we're here at a point where the memory is failing us, and we're pointing out that the memory is failing us.
Oh, well.
No, I'm just joking around.
I know, and so am I.
I know.
I know.
We know.
Yes. So, some tech tips. So, the week of tech.
Yes.
The week of tech.
The week of tech.
How has the week of tech been? this week? Well, something we need to discuss.
Sounds rather serious, but okay.
Not something. Well, we sent us earlier in the week.
The AppleVis newsletter.
Yes, which is Apple, which is their report card from the community.
Right.
Now, the key here is we are definitely not surprised that they only got a 3 in key areas.
Mm-hmm. Which one specifically were you thinking of?
Specifically voiceover and braille.
Mm-hmm.
And in all sort of directions. And I feel like where this is the reality of everything is here. I'm not at all convinced either that things are going to improve because they've let. I mean, I don't want to say I'm not at all convinced.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say we're not at all convinced. Because there's a bit of a pattern here.
It seems that way, but please explain.
Oh, we'll explain it. No, we were just bugging us earlier.
No, I know.
About the memory and everything. We were just bugging
Of
us.
course, of course.
Okay. Yes, listeners, we truly were.
Yes.
Okay, so the pattern here is because a lot of these things and these issues have been in existence for at least 5 years.
Right.
And they haven't addressed them. And they haven't been addressing them. What they really have to do in order to address them is, and then we'll take a break, but we'll get our thoughts first.
Yes, of course.
That what really has to sort of happen here is that, what's been happening is, when they've been focusing on adding new features, all the refinements get put down the tube.
Hands down.
And honestly, it doesn't make me really happy that a lot of these things have existed for years. Now, I still really enjoy my Apple products that are sitting here in the studio. But it kind of has me thinking a little bit about, are they going to spend some time actually refining some things?
I'm sure a lot of people wish that they would. You're definitely not alone in that.
Well, we have an answer.
Do we?
Of course we do.
And what would that be?
The answer to that is really perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Which is optimistic, at least. Perhaps, hopefully, maybe.
Oh, that's the word we were avoiding
Which maybe.
Yes! Couldn't we see that?
Yes, I suppose we could.
So what's our word of the day today?
The word of the day today?
Our new word from earlier. We had fun with some words today.
We did.
The word of the day.
We've created our own language here.
Yes, we have. So here we go.
Here we go.
Do we agree, like, in a sense, when it comes to Apple?
Yeah, because they are consistently updating things in general, but they should take the time to refine things a bit more than it seems like these 26 updates are almost constant. And I'm not sure that's helping anything. I can't speak as someone who's on 26 because I'm not, but
Ah, we remembered that too.
I'm sure we did.
Oh, yes.
But you can perhaps add to this. Are any of these updates actually fixing anything, or are they adding things on top of all the unrefined, untouched?
Honestly, and before do we know what we really feel like doing today?
What's that?
We feel like going commercial free today.
Ah, all right.
So we just keep going into this. How do we like that idea for today?
Let's do it. We can dig a little bit deeper into this and then get into the book.
Yeah, exactly. It'll give us some more time here. So,
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea what they're actually adding, and a lot of the things that they're adding make no sense to me as somebody who can't see.
Right.
A lot of that. And I don't, I mean, so, I mean, are they doing something for me in terms of addressing anything in terms of voiceover and Braille? No.
Not at the moment.
No. But you know what the piece is, though? Do we know what, like... But at that same point, though, a lot of people, including me, are always very forgiving toward Apple.
That is a very good point. Do you think it has anything to do with the fact that at one time they were leaps and bounds ahead of their competitors in terms of accessibility?
I don't know about that piece, because I started using Apple products pretty late. Because back, the first iteration of VoiceOver came out in Snow Leopard, which is back at Mac OS Snow Leopard. Which I think was back in 2009. And Mike Arrigo did the first VoiceOver tutorials on it.
Okay.
But even the first iPhone did not have a screen reader back in 2007.
Interesting.
Yeah, the first iPhone did not have a screen reader. It was not until 2010 with the iPhone 3GS that seems so long ago now.
It does.
Well, it wasn't that long ago, but
Well, 16 years.
yeah. But, you know, this brings back memories for me. Oh, 16 years ago. This brings back memories.
Does it?
Yes, it does. But that was when the first iPhone with VoiceOver came out.
Now, do we know, was the iPhone the first to add any sort of screen reader to make their phones accessible to the blind?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. And that's
Built in, yes. There were things around, like talks on Symbian phones and things like that, the talk screen reader. There were stuff around.
Mm-hmm.
But, see, the idea is you'd buy the phone, but then you'd have to pay an extra $200-300 just to get it to talk.
Mm.
I mean, another side of it is too, right? That there is a reason that devices like the Victor Reader Stream continue to exist.
Absolutely.
And continue to be manufactured. In fact, it's at its third generation now.
Oh, wow.
Now, I'm not paying the $595 Canadian for it.
That's understandable.
However, the reason it continues to exist the reason it continues to exist is because of the reason that people just want an interface, a familiar interface, and a secondary device.
Right.
Because because of the fact that some people are just, because they just want to keep their phone around as a phone.
And that makes sense too.
It does, but it doesn't. But it doesn't. But it doesn't make sense for someone like me.
No, but I do think that there are multiple ways of looking at that, and there are certainly considerations of storage and battery life to do with all that.
Well, battery life, though, has improved quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And you know what, too, right? The other thing, the other thing for me is I don't, I don't go, to, places where, I don't go, to things like camping and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'm always going to have access to it. I'm always going to have access to a place to plug it in and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Right? But I can understand it if it's that type of situation. Why somebody would want that type of device around.
Yeah. No, that's true. And the general kind of, oh, you just want this to be for this.
Yeah. In fact, I would rather spend that. I would rather get an iPhone instead of getting a stream.
Yeah, you'd be paying about the same, wouldn't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's kind of interesting to me that that is how much it would cost in the early days to make a phone talk, was that 200, $300 extra. And of course, it's the same with all these additional devices and things now. It's all part of that history of the price tag associated with assistive tech, right?
Yep. Yep. I mean, that's it, right? Like, I think one of the things too, like, I'm sure it has diminished though. The amount of the Victor Reader stream, like, I don't know how many people. I don't know. I'd love to see their numbers.
Oh, specifically the stream. Yeah, probably. But also maybe not, in just considering that they are continuing to make new generations of it. That might suggest, in my opinion at least, that there is still a consumer base
No, there is. There is a
of a
consumer
fair
base.
size.
No, there is.
Hmm.
There is a pretty good consumer thing. Okay, a consumer base.
So that is kind of fascinating too.
Now it's cheaper than the what's the Salvus one? Oh my goodness, why does the name escape me? I was talking to Steve about it. Oh my goodness, why does the name escape me? Oh, maybe it's pay. Maybe my memory is getting a payback now.
I was about to say something. I didn't want to say
No,
it,
no, no. Go
but
ahead. What were you gonna say?
is our memory also failing us today?
It is. What's it? What's it? Oh man, what's it called?
Not the Daisy player.
Yeah, I know, but there's a name for it. What's it called? Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Oh, the which one is this? The ones that are newer now that are being used?
The one from Salvus. The one from Salvus.
Okay, that's not helping.
Oh
Don't
my
know
goodness,
if
I'll
I
have to look
know.
it up. Oh man,
Not the
crazy.
Envoy Connect or whatever it is.
No, 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 no. That's something else.
Okay. Yeah, then I not not sure about that one.
Oh boy. Okay, you know what? Let's get into some artificial. Either I think of it or I look it up.
Yeah, yeah, but let's jump into some understanding artificial intelligence. Your thoughts?
You know what? I really thought it was kind of like I liked the way he explained it. How he went into how he went into the scientific side of how AI kind of how it's already kind of been there, and how he talked about the scientific side and how it goes back years and what it's being transformed into now. I just thought the whole thing was fascinating.
Anything specifically with the science or?
No, just in general. There's a lot of
Mhm.
terminology that I just couldn't really get a handle on, but it was interesting.
Yeah, yeah, that certainly it is quite dense at times. I will give it that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yep. I mean, it's a good read, so I highly recommend it. But
Hmm.
that's kind of
But I almost wonder if it's best done in short spurts because of how dense it is.
yeah.
Like, I don't know about you, but I really couldn't find that I could spend long stretches with that.
No, no, no. That's certainly one of the things too, right? That's really where it kind of goes with these sorts of things, right?
I do agree, though, it is fascinating, and it was particularly kind of initially a little odd to me that he is a professor of philosophy. I thought he would have been maybe an engineer or something more directly associated, but it was interesting that he came at it from that perspective and then that he does go into the science, but not only that, the psychology and the other factors to do with it because it was kind of cool that he didn't limit it just to the science because that
Yeah.
is the thing that you would think of in terms of this, right? You would think, oh, it's the science. How do we reconcile that with how it's coded or how it's created? But that it that he does go right from the very human and the people who were instrumental in those technologies and even this brought back memories, I'll tell you what, but the discussion of intelligence and what is intelligence,
Yeah.
ooh, first year psychology.
Uh-oh. So we both have brought back memories, didn't it?
It did. It did. We, it's funny. We have found things today that have brought back memories, and we have found things today that neither of us can seem to place.
Oh, but it's been a fun show though
An
so far.
interesting day. Absolutely cannot deny that it has been an interesting day.
It's been a fun show.
How would you,
It's
how
been a
do you
fun
think you
show
will,
though.
it has, of course.
Yeah. Go ahead.
How do you think you will rate artificial intelligence, understanding artificial intelligence? My apologies, once you've finished. Or are you going to finish?
Oh, we had a feel. You know what? I as much as we like the book, we don't feel we're going to finish it because there are some things that we want to either continue with or continue to or get into further.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, do we know what we're going to do with that? Move it to the did not finish shelf.
Aha! That brand new shiny did not finish shelf.
Yes, we're going to take advantage of it.
Yes. And you know what? I had the same thought with this book, honestly. It's great. There's a lot of really good information in it, but for that same reason, it's not going to be top of the pile right now, and hopefully it continues to be free with membership. I don't know how long that's going to last, but right now it's just not the thing that I'm gravitating towards. I agree with you. There's other things I'd rather finish and continue with before that.
No, you're right, and that's kind of where it's kind of where it's kind of where it's you know headed, right? I'm not necessarily going to finish it.
No, I don't believe I will either. Highly recommend it if you
Yes,
are intrigued by these topics, but it's just not quite the thing right now.
yes, exactly. So yes, we are going to look that up. That what that player is.
Okay, yeah, that'll be good
I'm going to look
because
it up
now
right here. So
I'm
just keep going. So I think in a way though, when it comes to that book,
hmm
it he does explain it in like in terminology kind of to get the points across though as to how it that AI is nothing new.
Yeah, it's especially when he starts out with how it's kind of rooted in science fiction and the depictions of it. It's something that people have been thinking about for centuries. It's something that people have been contemplating for a long time, and its relative helpfulness versus its potential, I suppose, defects or harm that it could cause.
Yes, yeah, but that's I mean yeah, but I mean it's certainly but I mean a lot of the times though people don't look at it on how it can help someone like how it can be useful. Now, but I think I really feel in some ways companies could be making are because companies are investing a lot of money in it, and
They are.
I just feel as though that it with the amount of money they're spending, it might be a mistake
It
if
it
it
might
doesn't
be.
go the way that they're anticipating it to.
Hmm. And if they don't have the full understanding of it, can it truly go the way they're anticipating it to? It's got all these layers, right?
Like, look, I feel like they do have an understanding of how it is to go, but I don't know if it's really what they want or what.
Here's the oh, sorry.
No,
Please
go ahead.
Here's the thing that I think though too is that point that you mentioned of people not really leaning into how it could help. I would argue that they are beginning at least to consider how it could help, but in considering its helpfulness, they're leaning too much into reliance upon it rather than just, oh, you can use it to enhance these things.
See, the reason people are there relying on it is because they're investing in it, but then it's also to save money.
Save money in what way?
For the company.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have to then train. They can work with less staff and have them do less. Have them do more. More for less people.
Mm-hmm. It could end up in having them do less. You never know which way this thing's going to turn out.
Yep. And if people see, I've talked to a few people who have been out of the workforce for quite a while, who are retired and things like that, and have been for a while. They are coming at things from the perspective of what they're being told. They're being told. See, here's what I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Going by what somebody is telling the person, and actually somebody who's looking for jobs or looks at statistics,
Mm-hmm.
because all that's important too, are two different things.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Right? Because the conversation, right? Because see, like it's different. Like those two. Actually, I just said two things there.
Yes.
Are different from the first piece of going by what somebody tells them.
Yeah.
Where something goes, right? I think, see, I'm a guy who I'm a person who tries to understand things from multiple angles
Mm-hmm.
and multiple levels.
I think that's important.
And you know why I feel like that is? Because that's the experience that I've had. It all comes down to a person's experience.
It does, and unfortunately, for a lot of people, that makes it hard to understand things from multiple levels because depending on where you're at in your life, depending on the things you've gone through, you haven't necessarily had multiple experiences. You've had your experience, but that then can make you forget to look at things from multiple angles because it becomes really easy to focus on one's own personal experience.
You're right there. Certainly right.
But I definitely agree with your point and your own way of looking at things. It is essential to look at things from multiple angles to really get a full picture.
Yeah. But I mean, I think, I mean, but I feel like where it kind of comes from. See, I'm always looking at what the future could look like. And what is the future? Like, see, but here's the key, you know what the key difference is now, though?
What's that?
And we've talked about it before. We've talked about it offline before.
Mm.
That while they are working for a company, the companies are only going to train you or train them in with what they use and their own and their and products and services that they use that they want you to use. They're not going to get somebody ready to learn a bunch of other stuff to get get them ready for looking for another job when the company lets them go after time.
Or they eventually choose to leave, or whichever way things transpire.
Yeah, correct.
No, that is true.
Right. And here's my biggest advice to anybody listening today. Including for myself.
All right.
Wait a minute. Did I just say including for myself?
You did, but I understand what you mean.
No. Is that what I just said?
You did.
Oh, okay.
That is precisely what you said.
Okay, perfect. That now the difference is that one has to keep learning themselves and try to get themselves ready. I mean, to keep up. Because that's what one has to do. And it's using their own time to do it.
That is great advice, and not just in the sense of keeping up, but it's always good to keep learning, just for your own. It does the mind good.
Yes, but here's a secret, though. Here's a secret. Here's a secret.
Advice, secrets, we're doing it all today.
Yes. Do we remember we said a few seconds ago, quote, including for myself, quote?
Yes.
Do we know what the secret is?
What's that?
We already do that.
Yes.
We already do that.
We do.
And we do it
Together.
Yes, we do.
Have you had any success in finding out the name of that player?
I think I've got some results pulled up. Let's have a look. But that's the key thing, though. That's always the difference, right? Because oftentimes it comes up, this is what, people went to school for. It's like, what's, like, it's like kind of, what would be what would be the next thing? And that's, of course, the biggest sort of piece for people. But that's the thing. It's always about learning as much as they can.
It is. That's true.
And I feel for anybody in that state right now.
Well, and it's become harder with kind of the prevalence of even AI and all these things. Just going back to the book for a minute, the one of the things that stood out to me was a quote where he says that AI is all around wherever information matters. And because information matters everywhere,
it does. And it's unfortunately become a lot harder but you know the one thing is we we are always what, in one way or another we are all we're all here learning from each other.
yes, exactly.
And honestly, I thank you for your support as well. I really do. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a great deal.
Oh,
And-
likewise.
And we are going to, and we will continue. That's what we will do.
Of course we will.
And by the way,
Hmm.
we looked it up. We had to look it up, and we cannot believe it escaped us. It's called the Sense Player.
The Sense Player. Do you know what that deserves?
What does it deserve?
I think it deserves a round of applause from our studio audience, don't you?
Oh yes, yes. And they have two models of it. They've got one with OCR and one without.
Ah,
Now, it's more expensive than the Stream, though. It's about like maybe $2,000, I think it is.
oh boy. Oh,
And I don't even think it's sold here in Canada. I don't even think it's sold by. And I mean, Barclay used to sell it.
oh yeah, right. That would
Yeah.
make sense.
Barclay used to sell it, but
Did I really just say that would make sense?
yes, we did.
That he sold the Sense Player, that would make sense. Goodness.
But because what ended up happening was that he ended up with an old stock because they always wanted him to get a couple in there. They always wanted them to purchase like certain number for like a certain volume.
Oh yeah.
But that's how it kind of. Oh, can we believe that it's that time again?
No, we can't. My gosh. Do we still want to get into the wonder of Stevie next week?
We would love to do that.
Let's do it. That sounds great. And with that said, it is time for the schedule. And you've got some stuff coming up on the Ali Musa show.
Ted Woloshyn is dropping by on Tuesday, March the 24th or 24th, which is Tuesday, at 3:30 p.m. Eastern at the time of this recording.
Very exciting. What are you going to get into?
We're going to talk some Blue Jays, some of our favorite songs, even some of our favorite artists. All Canadian, by the way, all Canadian.
To appease the CRTC.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding.
Canadian artists.
Yes. There are some great ones,
Oh, yes. Proudly Canadian, by the way.
of course.
So that's coming up this week. And then if we go a little bit further in, we have Jess Mosley as well coming up on April the 1st. I think we said all about podcasting and social media. I think that's what we talked about.
That's what it looked like from the newsletter.
And then we go into the 17th. The NHL will be moving into the playoffs, and it'll be the preview show, the playoff preview show with Ryan Payton on the 17th. And then on the 20th, Becky Coles arrives again for some news, some news, and then I don't think we have anything towards the end of the month. I don't think yet, but that could all change.
Certainly. Things always seem to come up.
Yes, and we have some content coming up as well.
We do. Of course, we'll be back here next Sunday, same time, same place. March 29th, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll discuss The Wonder of Stevie. But we've also got a couple of guests lined up for April. So on Monday, April 6th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, we'll be joined by Jason Reynolds to talk about his using Suno to create music and other assistive tech topics and content creation, maybe some books. He's also an Audible user. And of course, the following week on Monday, April the 13th at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, we'll be joined by Richard Marion to discuss the use of AI and all things technology. And that's what we've got lined up so far. Nothing else after that, but of course, same as the Ali Musa show, that could all change.
Yeah, so there's always and of course we will be here as well. We will be here to provide content.
Of course.
And we've got a few Sunday shows left.
We do. We also have another books panel. That
Yes, we do.
is fast approaching this Friday, March 27th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live to discuss Theo of Golden by Alan Levi. Join us for that. The panels are always a lot of fun.
Yes, and we have some new voices on the panel now.
We do. Last month we had friend of the network, Ashlyn, join us. Shout out to Ashlyn. And Paul Daniel also joined the panel last month and is a wonderful addition as well.
And before that, though, we have a Techstravaganza too.
We do. That'll be Wednesday, March 25th, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern. Music to ringtone, if I remember correctly.
I believe so. Yes.
Tune in for that. You can find Techstravaganza, the link to the website, in the show notes. We didn't run the commercial today because, of course, we went commercial free, but it is always in the show notes. So you can always find the links to join into the workshops, the shows themselves. Well, not the shows, the recordings. My apologies. Everything's a show now. No, that's not true. But yes, another excellent workshop coming up.
Yes. And those workshops, they are also podcasted as well.
That they are. You can listen on the website or on podcast platforms.
The website's probably the best way to do it because then it's just, you've got everything in one place. But if you are using a podcast manager, then feel free to use that too.
Or, you know what? Even if you're listening on the website, you can subscribe on the podcast players anyways.
You can. But here's a fact.
What's that?
The fact is that people don't generally, especially people who aren't using podcast players,
Mm-hmm.
aren't necessarily aware that you can do that.
That's true.
And the website is kind of they can just hit play right on the website if they want.
Either way, subscribe.
Yes, our recommendation is subscribe.
And subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like, comment, share, and set your notifications so you don't miss the next live stream.
Yes. And we want to thank us for being here today.
Oh, thank you as well.
And we want to thank Becky Coles as well for the intro and the outro.
Of course, and for the intros and outros for all the shows, in fact.
Yes, yes. Becky is the official voice of the Musa Slobodian Network.
Yes, she is, and she does a wonderful job of it.
She does.
And with all of that said, stay tuned, everyone. Be well, take care. We will be back in studio again soon.
Soon? We're back on Friday.
That is true, and you will be back on Tuesday.
That's right. Yes.
Thank you so much for listening to and or watching the Ali and McCara Show. To learn more about the show, please visit the aliandmccarashow.ca. While you're over there, subscribe to the newsletter so you never miss an update. Besides, it's free. Enter your email address and hit subscribe right on the homepage. The Ali and McCara Show is part of the Musa Slobodian Network, where good conversations happen. To learn more about the other excellent programming offered by the network, please visit the musaslobodiannetwork.ca.
Recording stopped.
And now we will stop the audio hijack session.
Let's do it.